Hello, So Nation. What's up? I'm gonna try and make this video a lot shorter. So I already said this in other videos, but when it comes to doing an audition, um, there's I'll make a different video for making an audition, but for doing an in-person audition, you always want to stay hydrated and you don't want to have any dairy. You want to for what's good for your voice if you're doing a vocal audition. Um, Any kind of warm drink or at least room temperature drink, even if it's just water. But if you can add, what is it? It was honey. Uh, was it ginger or did honey just happen to have ginger? I think ginger's okay. For me, I always have ginger because I have a sensitive stomach. So when I have a road trip from Maryland to New York, I would have ginger because it settles my stomach. So if you have road illness or whatever, crystallized ginger comes in like these little cubes called they're kind of hard to find, but just look for crystallized ginger. Some of them come in like a big container, but when it comes to your voice, you can get tea with like lemon ginger, and that always helps me. Or you can do this thing where you take hot tea of like any flavor. Um, Yeah, I think it was lemon, ginger, whatever. You take a cough drop, preferably lemon, I guess, whatever. But you take the hot tea and you just put the cough drop in it. But there's something called like a vocal zone, which you can also use. I've never tried it. I heard it tastes nasty, but whatever. If you're dancing or doing any kind of well, yeah, I guess just dancing. Maybe acting too, because if you're like moving around, I don't know how that goes. I've never seen you in acting or been in acting, but like I act, but I've never auditioned as an actor. Um, just make sure to stretch. Really, everybody should probably make sure to stretch, but definitely stretching is key. Because it can make or break you, literally. but um I was told by some of my K-pop star friends that one of them gave me good advice just in general, just catch your dream. So like if it's what you really dream, then keep fighting for it. Another one said that when he auditioned, it was mainly cared about his voice and they taught him how to dance, so he wasn't a good dancer in the beginning. So basically if you can sing really well, you'll be able to get in, but it depends, especially nowadays. Like if you're a really impressive dancer, I'm sure that they'll teach you how to sing. But um from my experience, some people will never know how to sing. Like that, it's hard to teach someone. Like I talked to one girl and I just went do re mi fa sol la ti do, and I asked her to do it back, and she couldn't. And some people just can't. Some people literally just can't sing. Like the technical part of singing. So that's where the issue is there. If you can at least do solfege like that, then you're probably okay and are have potential to be a singer. But if you can't, then sorry, but you might want to get a different. Well, I guess you could be a backup dancer, honestly. Um, so just try and be a backup dancer. But if you're a singer, having a wide range is good because you can do a lot. Like for me, I can sing almost 3 octaves. So I can sing tenor, alto, and all the way up to soprano one. Soprano one is like super duper high soprano because soprano is already high. Soprano two is just kind of like high. It's just normal high soprano. Alto one is like a higher alto, and alto two is basically the same as tenor. Um, my voice teacher says I'm a lazy soprano. That's what he calls them because I can sing high notes, but I tend to sing low notes because it's easier. But yeah, another key thing, if you have an audition, like for example, this sucks. I know I've had to do it before, but it happens. If you have an audition that's like 9 in the morning, you really should be up no later than 5 in the morning because your voice needs at least 4 hours to warm up. Even if you're just awake and you're just talking to someone or talking to yourself. I talk to myself or my pet all the time just to warm up my voice. You just have to like be awake. Like your voice needs time to wake up too. So that's why after I learned that, I tried to get more auditions in the afternoon. Because I didn't want to wake up that early. So like let's say for example, I do auditions that take me from Maryland to New York all the time. So I have to go basically the whole road trip to New York gives me the 4 hours, but I wake up like an hour ahead of time just to give myself like 5 hours to be safe. And I just like talk. My dad drives me because he's like the best driver in the house, and he was sweet enough to do that for me. So we go to as we're going there, we play pop music on the radio, and I just kind of sing along with the radio and do my solfege warm ups and stuff. I can give you some warm ups. My favorite ones are there's one I made up, but based on Big Bang Theory, but I have a dog, not a cat. So it goes, soft puppy, warm puppy, little ball of fluff. Happy puppy, sleepy puppy, rough, rough, rough. Soft puppy, warm puppy, little ball of fluff. And then it just goes up or down, whatever. But the real ones are, mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. So it's mommy made me mash my M&Ms. So that's a lip trill, a lip exercise, what's it called? Tongue twister kind of exercise. Then I like red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. You just go red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Or you can do if one black beetle bled, one black blood. If one black beetle bled only black blood, the other black beetle bled blue. So it goes, if one black beetle bled only black blood, the other black beetle bled blue. If one black beetle bled only black blood, the other black beetle bled blue. One black beetle bled only black blood, the other black beetle bled blue. If one black beetle bled only black blood, the other black beetle bled blue. And then you gradually go up in your notes go up like on the piano or down or whatever. And then you go a little faster until you can't go as quickly anymore. And what else is there? Red leather, black beetle. Oh, many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice, and it just goes like that. So that's for tongue busters. They're not called tongue busters. I said it earlier. I can't remember what it's called, but those are some exercises for that. Then when it comes to, I hate lip trills, but you can do, I like to hold my nose because my nose gets tickly, or you can just go, but I don't like doing that. I just hold my nose. We used to do it in chorus, and I would like cover my mouth because I didn't want to spit on the girl in front of me, but I'm not going to cover my mouth so you can hear me. Or there's one that goes like, you go like low, as low as you can go to as high as you can go. And then there's other ones where you go like, you kind of like rev up like an engine. So it's like, and then there's like, you can like do it to the notes on the piano. So or oh, I hate lip trills. But my nose feels like blown away. I hate lip trills. Oh, I can't explain how much I hate them. Anyway, so there's that. And then you can do, if you're with other people, you can practice rounds. What was the one we used to sing in the car all the time? The six of us would be on like road trips, and two of us would sing each part of this song. Da 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 da. The road. It was come on, brain, work with me. There's 3 songs and I can't think of any of them. Oh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. So they sing that and they keep singing that. And then it's, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, how I long to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. What was the other one? This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. To board, you must be holy. This board. This train is bound for glory. This train. So you can do that in rounds. And rounds basically means everybody keeps singing, but they sing their own part. So like my song that I wrote, I can't think of the name. These memories that had rounds in it. So it was like, these memories ringing in my head, like ringing in my head, like ringing on my head, in my head, like, and then it was like, my memories are going ring, ring a ding, ding, ring, ding a ding, ding, ring, ding a ding, ding at the same time. And there was a third part was like, these memories stuck in my head, stuck in my head. No, it wasn't. I don't remember what the other one was. You can watch that video if you want. I got eye crusties. I actually found out my slanted eyes are from my African heritage, not my Asian heritage. So anyway, all those stupid girls in school who used to bully me and call me the C word. They're stupid because they don't realize they're Black and that we have slanted eyes. I used to get bullied by everybody. Like the white people were like, some, I'm not going to generalize everybody, but some white people were like, you're Black, so I hate you. Like, and then some, wait, what was it? Oh yeah, I was too light skinned for Black people and I had slanted eyes, so they called me the C word. And of course, a racist white person's always going to be down with calling you the N word. And then the Asian people, who there weren't many of. I was friends with one Asian girl. Her name was Shane, or her English name was Shane. I don't remember what her Korean name was, but she actually taught me a Korean song. She's like, "You're really good at that." I can't remember how it went, but whatever. But then the other Korean people didn't like me because like I'm like way too dark skinned. But I thought like my eyes might make me blend in with them, but no. I'm apparently somehow an N word, a C word, and the other C word. Because the Black people are like, you hang out with white people all the time just because I was in honors classes. Like, so rude. But anyway, back to the point. What other warm-ups are there? You can just straight up do solfege. I can't remember the hand signs for it, but you can look up the hand signs. It's like I can't remember what do is. I feel like this is probably something like do. Oh, you can't see. It's like signs like this. It's like do, re, mi. There's hand signs. I was so excited when I saw it in high school because it just made me think of Naruto jutsus, and I'm like, I'm doing jutsus. I'm doing ninjutsus and genjutsus and doing all that stuff while I'm trying to sing in chorus. And I got like super nerdy hyper in class. And my teacher's like, what's wrong with you? No, but my teacher's name is freaking Bowser, which is so cool because I'm like, you're like the one from Mario. He's like, yeah, I know. We actually have a quote unquote gang sign. We can't call it a gang sign because we're not allowed to have gangs in school. But we have like the crescendo, decrescendo thing, and we have like the legato gang sign. We just like go like this, and it's so cute. I miss legato. That was fun. Probably the closest experience I've ever gotten to being in a K-pop girl group, but um I was actually in a band before. I always forget to tell people that in auditions. I just realized I forgot to put that in my P Nation audition. I was in a band. It was a church band, but it was still a band, and we did songs. So we performed at church. I don't want to say performed at church, but like, you know. But anyway, I don't know what other. So just do re mi fa sol la ti do la so fa mi re do mi so mi do so do. Or you can go lower if you're a guy. Do re mi fa sol la ti do la so fa mi re do do mi do so. I don't think I hit that. So do so whatever. Uh Do re mi fa sol la ti la so fa mi re do mi so mi do so do. What other warm-ups did I ever do? I feel like that was pretty much all of them. So let me not waste your time anymore with warm-ups. This was supposed to be about auditions. Okay, so don't let people get in your head. That's probably the biggest advice I can give you because everyone wants to be the K-pop idol or star or whatever. I don't like using idol because I only idolize God, not people. But so just focus on what you're doing, and if you meet genuine friends, it's really rare. I made 2 friends at the SM audition, which was nice. But most of the time people are just trying to get your part, and they're going to be mean and do whatever they can to prevent you from getting in, even if they're not even talented or not good enough or whatever, like doesn't matter. But so just don't let them get to you. I know it's like even if you have to just ignore them and like focus on your music, just like when I went to my SM audition, I came with lyrics. I came with lyrics, and I was gonna sing, but I didn't know if I should. They said you could only do one, and I was really annoyed because I couldn't choose which. So I chose to sing, and that's when I sang "Ain't No Other Man." The chorus, I sang I could feel it from the start. Couldn't stand to be apart. Something about you caught my eye. Something moved me deep inside. Nope, that's wrong. That's not the chorus. I can't sing while sitting down anyway, so I'm not gonna waste your time because even listening to that, it sounded bad. I'm sorry, but because I don't have really good posture right now. Because singing posture, you have to be like flat. If you're sitting down, you have to like. I'm in chill position, so I can't sing it. It's Ain't no other man that can stand up next to you. Ain't no other man on the planet does what you do. You're the kind of guy a girl finds in a blue moon. You got soul, you got class, you got style, you're badass. Ain't no other man is true. Ain't no other man but you. And that was all I sang. And another thing, if you're auditioning, keep singing until they cut you off. Okay, like I was annoyed because they said to only sing chorus, and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna sing the chorus. But they had like big eyes looking at me like they expected me to keep singing, and I should have kept singing because the guy after me kept singing, and I'm sure he got in. He was talented. Nobody else that audition was talented besides him, at least in my opinion. Sadly, not the girls. The girls who I was made friends with, they were pretty good, but they weren't good. Like they weren't K-pop star good. Like there's a lot of people who are like good singers, but not like amazing. Um, I don't know what happened to that guy. Mm. But in my opinion, only he and I were like super good enough to get in. But this is the other thing. Have good handwriting. And maybe if you can, I probably shouldn't say this, but if you have bad handwriting, maybe take 2 of the thingies. They handed out these things to write your information on, and I write so big and so badly. My R looked like an N, and I was worried they would misread it, and I tried to, like, fix it, and then I ended up having the wrong email. So between my YG audition, when I pronounced stuff wrong, I didn't say that. When you audition, sing in your native language, or at least a language you're fluent in. I tried to sing a song in Korean, and I had not yet mastered or even learned how to read Hangul, so that was a bad idea. Another thing, don't sing a song from their company. So, like, for example, I sang Lee High and she's already in YG and they feel like you're coming after their artist. So don't do that. Um, like, if I were gonna be, what I should have done, I already knew a song, Taemin saying he's in SM, so it would have been fine. And I don't think gender matters either. I asked someone, they were like, it doesn't matter. Cause like I wanted to dance to Wonho's Lose for like a dance audition, and I was like, would that be okay? They're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. And my friend who got into SM, well, we're not exactly friends anymore, but he got into SM and he danced to a girl song, so it doesn't matter. Um, but as long as it's from a different company. So yeah. And make sure that like whatever it takes for you to be in your own world. Oh, I need lotion. Um, Focus on what you're doing and not like you can be nice to other people, but don't be absorbed in what they're doing or let them absorb themselves into you and like kind of try and distract you or whatever. Because it's not good. And be happy for them if they get in, be happy for you if you get in. Just know that you tried your best and be okay with it. So those were my in-person auditions for SM and YG. For I actually have a YouTube video from my American Idol audition, but not the audition itself. We were just standing in line. I honestly didn't even get past the first level, but the first round or whatever. But I think you should also keep in mind what they're looking for, because when I watched American Idol, I didn't like any of the people they picked. Like they were super impressed with this one guy. They were like, "I think we have a winner," and I was like, "He's not good." Like he wasn't not good, but he was just like okay in my opinion. But they were like blown away. So I'm like, if that's not what they're looking for, then they're not going to be looking for me. But I can't be upset and let it hurt me because they have a difference in opinion. That I mean, there's thousands of, actually I don't know how many, but a lot. There's a lot of different K-pop companies and pop companies and every kind of music company. So if you can't get into K-pop, I recommend doing something in your um, nation, in your country or state or whatever. Even start small, be in a band like I was in. It was a church band, but it was still a band, and I learned how to like work with others and like even stuff I learned from playing basketball. I played basketball on and off for like 5 years while I was in musicals for also 5 years. Just learning to be a team member and work with others is very important. A very applicable skill no matter where you go. And another thing I need people to know, don't be a K-pop star if you're broke. Like sometimes you're a K-pop star and you end up more broke and owing them more money than when you came in, because very few, probably like five, like I don't even know. I want to say like 5% ish of K-pop stars are actually have a lot of money themselves. Like just they're not. Don't be a K-pop star to be rich. It's just a bad idea. Lots of them. It's a very just the it's a very small chance that you'll become wealthy or rich or whatever, first of all, because there's just a lot of chance. It depends on if the fans like you, if the company likes you, if you can even debut. And when you're a trainee, they say everything's free or whatever. The reason that's free is because once you debut, you're going to have to work really hard and earn the money in the first few years from fans and everything to be able to pay them back. And then once that happens, which takes like maybe three, it takes a few years to pay them back from being a trainee. Only then is when you actually start making money. And even still, the company still makes a lot of that money. So lots of K-pop stars seem wealthy or rich or famous or whatever. I mean, I guess they are famous, but usually you're not even wealthy or rich unless you are famous. There's a lot of K-pop stars who don't get much because they're not famous. Like we know about like the main four, but the other ones don't really get much attention or love, and ergo they don't really get much money. So that means that the um, most of the companies just want to get money and they use you to get money. So it seems like you're rich because you're in these music videos with all this lavish, living this lavish lifestyle and stuff. But the money that you own yourself that is actually under your name is not necessarily going to be a lot. Like unless you're like G Dragon, for example, and you like write your own music and you've like been in the industry since you were a child and you have like you're like really awesome. I don't know. G Dragon's cool. But like it's rare to actually make money from being a K-pop star. People, if you should only be a K-pop star if your dream is to be a K-pop star. Not you shouldn't say, "Oh, my family's broke." Had a lot of people say, "My family's broke," but and they don't understand that I want to do this and blah blah blah. Lots of people you can end up in more debt from being a trainee. So like, please don't be. I don't want to say stupid, but don't be silly and like think that being a K-pop star is going to solve all your money problems because it's not. The company owns the money and they let you wear the clothes or they let you go to places. They pay for everything. You're basically like owned by them in a way. So just like know that it's not as simple as I get famous, I get paid. It's not it's I get famous, they get paid, or I try to get famous and I fail and I end up in a lot of debt. So it gets kind of complicated, but I wouldn't if you're poor and you are trying to get money and that's the only reason you want to be a K-pop star, don't do it. I just think that's a bad idea because you'll end up with more problems. If you're poor and you want to make money, but you still your life is singing, dancing, writing songs, and like everything artistic, like acting and modeling and everything, then do it. But know that you have to be careful and that you're not necessarily going to make money. Um, that's part of the reason I would often audition for the main three, or I couldn't audition for big hits sadly because I'm too old. But well, actually, when I wanted to audition, I was the right age. They didn't have girls there, so um. But anyway, uh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Somebody said something on Facebook. It popped up, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I was talking about auditioning. But anyway, you just have to have a reasonable goal. You can't have some side reason that's like, I mean, it is nice of you to think I could make money for my family or whatever, but that's not a good idea. That's not what K-pop's for. It's a very risky business and very cutthroat, and you're gonna basically go through hell. And some people don't make it, so it's very unlikely that you will. Not to be rude, but just being realistic. Um, Especially nowadays when so many people want that job. So, like, I've wanted to be in K-pop since I was 11, and I'm 25, and I'm still not a trainee, even though I sort of was when I was 21. But that's complicated, so I'm not going to talk about that. But mm, what was I going to say? But yeah, groups. When you think of, if you look up the like discography, whatever, of other groups, like when I got scouted by SM, it was through my YouTube page. Like I forget which aespa member, but when you look at other groups like BTS and Blackpink and I don't know, ATEEZ, I don't know. I honestly haven't looked up their discography, whatever, how they were discovered. Um, but like it's their lives weren't easy. Nobody had an easy road to get to be a K-pop star, and nobody in the future will. And even it's even harder for us now because a lot more people want to do it. Um, and especially if you're a brown person and or African American, that makes it even more difficult, especially when you don't fit the well, luckily I have double eyelid, but that's pretty much the only beauty standard I fit. Once I lose weight, my face is like still chubby. Like I just found out there's like 8 beauty standards, which are really stupid. I'm sorry, I always think beauty standards are stupid because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And like I don't believe in going by someone else's like what they think is pretty or what they think is whatever. Like you're beautiful when you're yourself and you're confident in it. So they had, for example, it was a Blackpink member, and I'm forgetting which one it was. I think it was Jenny. Jenny was eating dumplings or something, and she had these cute little chubby cheeks. And then, like, just because she did it, it went viral, and now everybody wants chubby cheeks. That to me is still wrong because that you should still be happy with your pointy chin or whatever, but just like I don't get trends and stuff. And when it comes to like getting surgery and all, like Hwasa's skin color, like who knows? They might have like K-pop stars trying to tan now instead of bleaching their skin. But that's still wrong because that's not who you are. This is my natural skin color. Like Rap Monster, Kai, Hwasa, Alex, Fatu, Haechan, Shonu, Hyorin. I can't I can't remember if that was everybody it was I was thinking about, but they're all naturally brown and that's beautiful. Like I was asking my friends and they were treating me like an idiot. I don't know why everyone's dumber than me and acts like I'm the idiot. But anyway, because they're not my friend anymore. That's why I call them dumb. I wouldn't call my friends dumb, even though some of my friends are dumb, but whatever. I'm actually a genius, but I don't like to brag. It's stupid. But so I said I was asking like who's naturally tan, and they were like it doesn't matter if they tan or not. I'm like no, I'm asking who. Well, like if we were all locked up in a room for a month, whose skin is still going to be this color and whose skin is going to be this color, and like to me, you should be happy with your skin if it's whether it's this color, this color, this color, or this color. It doesn't matter. It's you're beautiful. That's why I named my fans and my if I'm ever in a K-pop group, I want to be called Love Color because we need to love all sorts of love, whether it's friendship, familial, romantic, whatever. Like I support LGBTQ plus and like I'm against racism and colorism and everything. That's where the color comes in because color represents diversity and all of that when it comes to height because I'm really tall or size because I'm kind of chubby or um um well not specifically me but also my fans too and just like loving everyone for who they are um and knowing that beauty is who you are not who other people expect you to be. um So when I give you advice for K-pop auditions, you have to be confident in your own beauty and let them know that you're gonna make your own beauty standard if it's not what people go by. Like what Hwasa said at a concert one time was that she was gonna. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she's gonna have to change the beauty standards or whatever. And I was like so proud of her right there. But yeah, it's just like messed up that someone can say based on these 8 rules you are or are not beautiful. Like that's just ridiculous. I've never heard anything is that's just so stupid to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just American, but nah, that's messed up. So I don't know. You just have to be happy being you and be beautiful. But Yeah, so like see that was my issue is that people even when they start accepting the new beauty trends, there's still new beauty trends. And then now we're gonna have people getting surgery to get chubby cheeks to look like Jenny, or getting surgery to get real freckles or tattoos to look like Felix, and getting surgery to like why just stop changing yourself. I have so many songs with lyrics that are like, why can't you just be happy being you? Like stop trying to change. Like why? And then you're wasting all this money, this time, this effort, this energy. There's so many people around the world dying and starving and like and like trigger warning, but there's like people being like R worded and S trafficked. I don't want to say it, but there's so many bad things going on. I could just go on, and we're wasting money giving it to people to look pretty, like with tattoos and surgery and like whatever, just because you don't feel confident in yourself. What we need to do, and what K-pop artists need to do, is spread an ideal that it's beautiful to be yourself, not to look like you have chubby cheeks or look like you have a slender face or look like you have that nose thing or freckles or skin color or whatever, because it's all ridiculous. Because no matter how it changes, people are still going to be like, oh, I need surgery. I need tattoos. I need to look like this person. I want to look exactly like, because there's some chick who got a bunch of surgery to look exactly like Park Bom. That's freaky as I don't know what, but there are people who are like that. And that's like a mental illness where people like want to get surgery and like look a certain way. And there's this one girl who looked really pretty, and her parents were dumb enough to give her permission to get like transformative surgery to look like some ideal beauty, and she looked like a creepy ass doll. And she's like, I'm pretty and I get makeup and a bunch of presents and stuff from people. And I'm like, I feel so bad for her, because her parents are giving her such bad advice on like how to be a good person and like to enjoy being who you are. Like it's just really sad that there are people like that who exist, but I mean they do. So that is just something I have to deal with. Especially people in Korea, they seem to want to get surgery a lot. But there's people in America too, like all the Kardashians are ridiculous. I was so offended. My mom compared me to one of them. I'm like, please don't compare me to one of those disgusting people who can't be happy with what they look like and have to change their body every 2 seconds. It's repulsive. I've never liked it. But yeah, so back to K-pop auditions. I recommend people ask, should I get surgery or cut my hair before auditioning? Don't cut your hair. Probably keep your hair as long as it can be and a natural look. Like if you have curly hair like me and you're auditioning, maybe do a few audition photos with your hair naturally curly and some with your hair straight and some like waved in like a certain style. That's what I did. When it comes to surgery, I don't recommend getting any surgery before auditioning, because you might end up changing something that they liked and they might have to change it back and then just waste money. And another thing, surgeries are very risky and a lot of people die from them and end up with like botched surgeries. So it's just stupid. Because I had a friend who had a botched surgery and he got all suicidal and I had to talk him out of it. And like, that was the last time I ever talked to him, but I hope he's okay. But like, whatever. I'm trying to think what else I want to say. So that was my advice for in-person auditions. When it comes to online auditions, if you have a picture from here, this is a terrible angle. This whole thing I've been doing, you want it to be like this. Don't want to show any double chin. You want to like show that. And I need to brush my hair again. Every time I like so much as lie down, I brush it and it just frizzes up. But you want to either pull your hair back in a ponytail or have it up like this so they can see your whole face. Take your glasses off. Hopefully wear contacts. I was so annoyed because I wore contacts for both my SM and YG auditions, and my contacts scratched my cornea. My first cornea was scratched at the first audition, and the second audition, both of them were scratched. Don't ever get scratched corneas. Take care of your contacts. But yeah, so if you take an above picture, make sure it's flattering in general and they can see your actual face. Don't wear makeup. If anything, maybe wear concealer. I wouldn't wear concealer because they want to know about your like acne and stuff. So and then chapstick is good, but really chapstick's the only thing that I recommend because you don't want to look crusty. But maybe mascara if your lashes are crazy, because my my lashes are really long, but they don't curl right. But I wouldn't do any more than concealer, mascara, and chapstick, but really just chapstick because honestly, I don't wear makeup. I'm not wearing makeup now because I'm like allergic to a lot of stuff. So I only wear makeup when I either feel like it or I need to uh for like a YouTube video or like an occasion or something. But um if you're doing the what's some jig the upper torso pictures, again, just look flattering. Don't look too complicated. Don't wear like a don't wear any K-pop fan stuff. Like if you're a fan of, for example, Shiny and you're auditioning for SM, I don't recommend wearing a Shiny shirt. Just wear like a plain color shirt or a shirt like this with like one little simple um, symbol and just look pleasant. For full body pictures, I don't know. I'm debating whether or not you could take a picture with in your bare feet or not. But I said whether or not. I don't need to say or not after that. But um, definitely make sure your toenails are done and you have lotion on, like on your whole body, like your feet and your hands, especially if you're brown and you can see like this is really bad. I need to put on lotion. But try and have your nails done if you're a girl. If you're a guy, I don't know. Just have at least have your nails like clipped and shaped, I guess. But really just wear shoes, honestly. Just wear shoes and have like a theme going on. So like if you have like a workout theme and you have a picture outside, then you could like be wearing cute workout clothes like that you can get at like Target or whatever, just with like tennis shoes. But don't wear like tennis shoes if you're wearing a dress or whatever. Um where just anything flattering. Like for me, I tend to look good in pastel colors. I told I can't say who I told, but I told someone, a friend of mine, that one time, and he likes fashion too, and we were talking about it. But so like I could probably wear a pastel color, and um if you're heavy set, you should probably wear black because black is slimming. So I wouldn't wear this white shirt. Come on. Okay, the charger's not staying on. I wouldn't wear this white shirt for an audition. I would wear just a black shirt or a colored shirt. If you're super duper skinny, you can wear whatever color. But vertical stripes keep you slender. Horizontal stripes make you look heavier. Um, Zigzag or slanted stripes pretty much go for anybody. But I don't know, if you're a girl and you're busty, I don't recommend showing cleavage, but like, I mean, it'll be obvious that you have it, but like, don't look like, I know they're gonna have times that when you're a K-pop idol that you're gonna look zesty and sexy. Sorry, that you're gonna look sexy, but like I don't recommend just like showing it all off. Like just show them. I recommend being classy and trying to take pictures that are like appropriate for like professional looking. So professional looking is not showing cleavage unless maybe there's like a finger rule, like no more than like two fingers of cleavage. Some people go if like no, I used to judge people for doing this, but I'm trying to be a nicer person and less hypocritical, even though it's not hypocritical because I don't do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it. But some people go around with like four fingers of cleavage, like right here, and just like don't really care. I might do that like on accident or something, but like usually I try and like cover up. Um But if you're flat chested, then it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess you still don't want to show too much, but again, just try and look classy. Um, and maybe like copy, not, I don't want to say copy, but honestly, just try and show them your own style and don't try and copy from a K-pop idol. Like, don't try and copy an outfit from a music video, or don't try and wear a shirt with their name all over it. Don't try to like wear a bunch of flashy colors. Just wear maybe like I'm wearing 2 bracelets, a ring, even though this is a green lantern ring. It's the orange lantern ring, but whatever. Yeah, probably don't wear nerd rings. This is just for this video. But and then like one plain color or a pop of color pants, but you only have one pop color. So if you're gonna have like a plain shirt, then you can have like cool patterny pants like these. But if you're gonna have a plain color pants, you can have like a little pattern on your shirt. Maybe wear like a polo or like just a plain t-shirt. You could layer too if you want to, like wear like a cardigan and that could be your pop of color. Like I have a black and white striped cardigan, but I wouldn't wear that with this because that's too busy. Because I have this with this, and then I have that, and it'd be too busy. So you don't want to be too busy. That goes for all 3 pictures or all the pictures where they see you. And another thing, I recommend having a necklace. But try and have a necklace that like draws the attention to your face, not your chest. Because there's a way you can like wear a necklace that it like goes down here and like everybody wants to look there, but you want them to look at your face. So do that. Like, if you have your hair out, I should have brought a hairbrush, but if you have your hair out, make sure it's brushed out. Ow. I've had my hair in for so long, but like have it like styled or whatever. And ugh, if you either have a like workout scrunchie kind of like this that goes all the way around your head, the hair bands, or a scrunchie to pull everything back or up or whatever. And then just do that for all the pictures. Never edit anything. They don't look at them at all. Don't put any stickers on them. Don't don't I got my fake teal hair in this. Don't wear weaves. Actually, I never thought about that. I guess people do wear weaves. I've never worn a weave in my life, but I recommend don't wear any like those. I wear the orange hair clippy thingies and the rainbow hair clippy thingies. I wouldn't wear those. Don't wear a weave because that's not your hair. Like unless I don't know. I really don't think you should wear a weave. Just because they want to know what your actual hair is like. Try and figure out a cute natural look, or get like a relaxer or something. I don't know. That's a tough one because I can't relate to that. But what was the other thing I was gonna say? Weaves. Oh, the only thing I recommend if your hair is different, if your hair has a different color, like if it's dyed a certain way, that's probably okay. But I wouldn't cut it or style it a certain way until after they see what you look like with long hair, because with long hair there's more to work with. Like I have my hair, I can they can see once I take better care of it. I know I need to brush it and stuff, but they can see how long it is and what to start with, and they're like, okay, we want your hair this short, or we want it short like it was years ago or whatever. But if my hair's like this, then they don't really know what they're working with, so they have to like see it long and it's more flattering. It tends to be more flattering, but you can always cut hair. You can't always add hair unless it's a weave, and then it's not your hair. So I mean, I know it is your hair because you pay for it, but you know what I mean? So that's what my advice for pictures is. Picture, whatever. When it comes to performing, just always be, well, really in everything, even in your photos, Oh, yeah, my last advice for a photo. When you're smiling, think of something funny and then take the picture because then it's a genuine smile and it's not just like, "Smile." Instead it's like, "Smile." So it's like a difference between, like, a reaction and something that's, like, more genuine and not. Same thing with, like, acting when you're like, get in the zone. I've never auditioned. I've auditioned for it. I was in 3 musicals, so I know that, but I've not auditioned for Kpop acting. I would honestly love to play like, if they did like, a story on Alex Reed's, journey as a trainee and in her life and stuff, I would love to play Alex. It was so funny because we looked like I saw her on stage and I was so confused. I was like, "Who is this chick who looks like just like me?" She doesn't look just like me, but, like, my friends were like I don't know. We basically look kinda similar except she has green eyes and I don't, but we almost look like sisters. I don't know, maybe that's vain because she's really pretty, so I don't know if I'm that pretty. But if my face weren't this fat, I don't know. But she called me little sis on Twitter, so that was nice. I sent her a picture. I was like, "We look like we could be sisters." She was like, "Yeah, oh, sis, that's cute. That's cute. I see it." I forgot exactly what she said, but sometimes I look at that when I feel depressed and it makes me happy. Um, so when it comes to singing, I gave all the warm-ups and stuff. Make sure you like warm up in the car and don't have dairy. Try not to eat right before you sing because food on your stomach makes it harder to sing. So maybe eat an hour before the audition. If you're singing a song you wrote, just be confident with it because they've never heard it before. And um, if you don't like it, how are you going to convince them to like it? So you have to be able to sell it. If it's instrument, same thing. You got to be confident in your own stuff. If you don't like it, they're not going to like it. Um, if you're singing a cover, uh, no, be a master in that language. So don't focus too much on singing in Korean or singing in English or Japanese or Chinese or whatever. Sing in if you're a Spanish speaker, sing in a song really well pronounced in Spanish, or sing a song if you're French, sing a song pronounced well in French or whatever. Um, I mean, eventually, like most companies will teach you Korean, but I honestly recommend to learn Korean or at least beginner's Korean, like how to read it and some key phrases, like I did before you get into a company. So, like, let's say there's 4 levels of Korean. There's beginners, conversational, intermediate, and master, unless you're native speaker. But for like those of us like me, I'm a quarter of the way there because I'm a beginner, so I can read Korean. I can read Hangul, and I know some like keywords, but I'm not so great at conversation. I'm almost conversational. I probably should be conversational, but I wouldn't count that because I people like try and start conversation with me, and I would just be like, no. So I'm not. I'm just gonna say I'm beginner. But so that's another piece of advice: try and learn Korean on your own. I recommend Korean 101. Um, I don't know. I actually use Rosetta Stone. They have discounts on Cyber Monday. So get Rosetta Stone whenever there's a sale. I use a combination of that and a bunch of other stuff. But really what worked best for me was having an actual teacher. So if you can look up a place that has a Korean teacher, a college, because I went to community college. I found a community college that has a Korean teacher, Howard Community College in Maryland. They're really good teachers. But I had technical issues, so I don't know. I don't even know if I passed the class or not, honestly. But yeah, so when it comes to singing, make sure you're properly warmed up. And when you stand and sing, stand with good posture, but not make sure your knees aren't completely bent but straight because if they're bent completely, you might pass out and lose blood circulation. Have your hands at your sides. Just kind of look like an army doll, I guess, and sing from your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is like a place under or around your stomach that, like, when you sing, you feel like power come from there. I sing from my diaphragm pretty much all the time. I'm sometimes a little too loud. But yeah, you can look up diaphragm on your own time, like in your own language or whatever. If I were to explain it, it would take too long. But because everybody always asks me, how do you get a more powerful voice or whatever? I'm like, sing from your diaphragm. And they're like, what's that? I'm like, if I'm helping you, then you have to put some effort into it. You can't just be like, hey, can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? You have to at least show me that you're putting forth some effort, especially when you're asking someone for help. So it's like, especially like when they're like, they'd be like, I only know Japanese. Can you tell me what it means in Japanese? I'm like, you know the word, look it up and translate it and do it in Japanese. Some people like that just kind of annoy me. And like I know they don't mean anything rude, but it's just like I'm already helping you. If I'm helping you, help me to help you. Make it easier for me. Like send me a link if you need me to like something. Don't tell me to look something up and then look you up and then pick the like don't give me a list of things to do. Just make it easier for me to help you. I try and do the same thing. If I need somebody to do something for me, I'll just send them a link and just be like, "Can you please do this?" But I need my water. Why I put it so far away? Okay, when it comes to dancing, I honestly don't know about dancing. I just danced to a song that I choreographed, and that's how I got in. Oh my lordy. Whoo. But yeah, so just have confidence. Be aware if you're dancing, you have to be good at freestyle and good at choreograph stuff. So be aware that different companies look for different things. Sometimes they want you to like dance to NCT Cherry Bomb or dance to Momoland Boom Boom or dance to Shiny's One Fine Day. Like I don't know, but I know mostly SM groups. Sorry, but let's say like Big Bang or 2NE1 or Got Seven or Mamamoo, just whatever. But just know that you need to be able to dance to something choreographed and also do your own dance because there was an audition where there were people who had to come with their own music at YG and do their own dance to something they prepared. And then at SM the audition, I didn't do it but I saw other people do it. They played random songs and you just had to like feel the groove and dance to it. So it just depends. So be prepared to do both of those if you're a dancer. Other than that, I don't have much more advice other than to stretch. Like I don't know, and let the music like flow through you, and don't be embarrassed. Like being doing auditions is not the time to be shy. Like lots of people that I meet, they're like, I want to be a K-pop star, but I'm scared of the camera. I'm like, then you don't want to be a K-pop star. Like that makes no sense. Like if you can't even do as much as make a video or like if you're camera shy, then that's not the job for you. Like period. Like I don't see why people are complicating it. Like they're like, I'm shy and I don't like I don't like they'll even like be like that. They're just like, I don't know. And I'm like, if you don't know, don't do it. You have to it takes a lot of work and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But some people, I mean, I try not to be mean. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to learn. And they're like, but I don't want to. Then give up. Like, I don't want to say give up like it's a bad thing, but find a new dream. Like you could still work in K-pop as like a manager, um, or like a beautician or like a stylist or something. But honestly, I don't know. But if you're camera shy, that makes absolutely no sense why you want to be a K-pop idol. Like I love being in front of the camera, always have. I love performing on stage, always have. So like I just love it. Like sometimes you can't get me off the stage. Can't get me off the camera. It's almost an hour again. Crap. Okay, well, what was it? For acting, I recommend this is what I did when I was acting. Just be that character like the whole time. As soon as you walk in the door, you are like, let's say you're Ophelia from where's Ophelia from? Let's say you're Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, whatever. It's the other one, but whatever. Be Juliet, like have it in your head. Like for me, it's easy because like sometimes I get grandiose thoughts, so I literally do think I am other people. But just get in a mindset that you are that character and be that character. And if you have to cry those tears that Romeo died in front of you, like just be immersed in that role. Um, that's probably the best advice I can give for that. Again, don't be shy. Like you want to wow them, you want to shock them, you want them to see that you're someone that is like impressive and someone that you don't want them to see you just like, okay, it's just another person. You want to be like, wow, look at that. You want to cry. Like, let's say for example you're doing the scene where they both kill each other and die or whatever. They kill themselves, and if you know Romeo and Juliet, you know Romeo and Juliet, but whatever. So just like be there in that moment and create the scene in the whole room and make sure everyone, including the other people auditioning for their acting roles, are all in tears or on the verge of crying because you convinced them so well that you were Juliet or Romeo or whatever, and you were truly sad that you lost your one and only love. You have to be Juliet and be Romeo in that moment and let everyone know that that is what is happening, because that is your character and that's who you are, even if only for that moment. So, I mean, I only got to theater too, but I learned that much. Um, I didn't do in theater in school because I was getting used to medicines and they made me sleep a lot. And I also babysat these twin boys. It's crazy because like I was 18 when they were born, and if I had lived life a little differently, they could have been my sons. And that's crazy to think about. It's like I would go out in public with them, and I feel like everyone's thinking like I'm an unwed mother with my mom taking care of these boys. And I'm like, they're not mine, they're my god brothers, but whatever. Their dad's actually the one who liked, he's the professional, well, their adoptive father is a professional musician who liked my song Let's Party. So, um, that he's the reason I haven't touched it. I haven't touched the lyrics. The only thing I changed is all my boys and all my girls from all over the world sing it with me, and my girls sing it, yo. Um, is I can change that part to whether it's with for boys or for I don't know. But yeah, so oh, when it comes to modeling, find cute poses that other people have modeled as and try and like do it yourself, but try and find poses that feel natural for you. I've only modeled once. Nobody knows about this. Not even my parents. But it was for like no, I'm not gonna say anymore. But I I don't really know what advice about modeling. That was literally the only time I ever wore bikini, but I don't like them. I'd rather wear trunks and a top or a tankini. That's just too much skin. It's nasty. I'm a very modest person. I don't like when it comes to clothes, I don't like showing much skin. Sometimes I accidentally show skin because I'm so long and my skin is just a lot to cover, but I don't like showing much of it. But when you're a model, I don't know what advice to be a model. I just kind of like posed how they asked me to and just like try to be cute and just do whatever makes you feel cute. Um, yeah, it's oh, that's funny. My favorite numbers are 6 and 4. It's been 60 minutes and 4 minutes. So, well, 64 minutes, but it's been an hour and 4 minutes. I'm trying to think if I don't want to make another video and to make a part two. I'd rather just make this one really long video since it's already an hour. I did singer and rapper are basically the same thing. When it comes to advice. Um, make sure you sing a song again, make sure you sing a song from a different company. Better yet, in a K-pop indie company. So singer, rapper, dancer, actor, model, lyricist, musician. I think those are pretty much the only auditions they have. So I think I pretty much covered all my bases. If you write songs for, like if you're like me and write a few songs for LGBTQ or whatever, probably don't audition with those songs. Not to be like rude or anything, but from my understanding, South Korea is not super open to that kind of thing yet. So I recommend like changing the lyrics or something to something that seems more straight and more like palatable to them, because you have to be aware of the culture that you're trying to appeal to. Um, so, mm, yeah, that's probably, I don't know. I think that's probably the last thing. Um, and also, well, I don't know. Self confidence can go a long way. Uh, so, like I said before, if you don't like it, how are you going to convince them that they should like it? Whatever you create or sing or perform or whatever. So same thing with with yourself. If you don't like yourself, how are you going to expect them to like you? Like, how are you going to do that? So you have to sell yourself and your performance. Um, and another thing, I recommend being able to do at least two of these things. Like be able to model and sing or rap and dance or whatever. Like, luckily, I can do all of it, but not everybody can. So, um, because they'll teach you how to do other stuff, but they can't teach you everything. You have to prove that you've had training on your own before you even become a K-pop trainee. So that's why I've had two voice teachers. I've had piano lessons so I can like write lyrics and compose. I've written lyrics since I was 9. I've been in honors chorus since they first started our honors chorus in the 4th grade up until the 11th grade, because I had to take theater for junior and senior year, so I couldn't take chorus. Um, which is where I get my acting chops from. And I was in 5 musicals in like around middle school. I also played basketball. I never say this, but like being in basketball for 5 years kind of helps me like dance to choreography, because in a way, when we have plays, they're not plays, they're actually called plays, but we have basketball plays. It helps me like know this is where I go, this is where they go. This is like, and it also just teaches teamwork. So I learned a lot of that. But I don't put that I played basketball in auditions. I was in a band, even though it was for church. I'm currently singing for church, even though it's not a band. Um, uh, I have this page, this YouTube page, which is where I got scouted. So I guess I'm gonna start hashtagging P Nation in here so I can get under their company, since I don't think SM is gonna accept me. Which is sad because I wrote an album. Uh, I'd written, excuse me, I had songs that I wanted Shiny to sing, but it's written for 5 people and choreographed for 5 people. And I used to joke because like Jonghyun and I are pretty much like the exact same height, or I guess were, but I can't cry every time I say his name. But anyway, so but the parts that I wrote for Jonghyun are like very have a very wide range. Because his falsetto, and like I just like hearing his falsetto. Um, so some of the stuff was like fan lyrics. I get fan fiction lyrics, I guess. And so I wrote for like 6 of us, and it could be like their English debut album. And I can sing almost 3 octaves, so I could sing some stuff with Jonghyun, but now he's gone, so I don't know. I'll have to rewrite those songs or do something because no one can replace him, so I don't know what we'll do, but I wanna get the album copywritten. First, I have to find it or, like, recreate it really because I got a song stolen when I was 18, and I just went through my stuff and just trashed it all, so I honestly don't think I have that album anymore, but I'll have to try and, like, recreate it, as an English debut album for SHINee, but I'll have to write it for 4 instead of 5, but it's frustrating because everything revolved around it being 5 people, um, because it revolved around being a star, like a star shape means 5, and the dances, I like to make everything myself because I'm so, like, a perfectionist. I have to write the songs and, um, do the dances and do the everything. So it's, like, really frustrating. So, like, I wanted to, like, do a collaboration with SHINee, but who's ever heard of any K-pop idol doing a collaboration with a YouTuber, especially one that has just over 100 followers or subscribers. So I was like, that's not gonna happen. But I don't know. I guess I don't want to write it for 4 people though. Whatever. I need the money, so if I can write it for 4 people and sell it, it'll be fine. I wrote an album that I wanted Super M to sing, and some of the songs could go to like Monsta X or BTS. Someone reached out to me wanting one of the songs, but I have to prove that it's really who they say they are before I sell it, and I gotta finish the song. So I need to finish the song like as soon as I'm done with this video. I don't know, it just makes me really sad. I was hoping that Jonghyun would get to sing a song I wrote, but that won't happen. And it's really depressing. But more than that is just the fact that he's not here, and it just sucks because his birthday was recently, and every time his birthday comes around, I have to leave Instagram and Facebook because I'm just like reminded with a lot of pictures about him, and it makes me sad. And it's kind of like a trigger for me. But I don't know. If you don't know, a trigger means like it has to do with in mental health. It bothers someone to see it or to do it or to be involved with it. It just like gives them a flashback of something bad. So like for example, another trigger of mine is even just sitting here in front of my computer typing is kind of a trigger because when I was 12, I had a technology teacher, an infotech teacher who taught us how to type. And this is part of the reason I'm bad at typing because he would always hit on me every day and like ask to have sex and stuff, like as a joke or whatever. I didn't know what it was. I finally told my parents about it. I thought I told them before, but they misunderstand me all the time. And that guy is gone now. But I just felt really bad because I wish I had told the school and my parents earlier so he wouldn't hurt any other girls. And I had to like forgive myself about that. But like that's an example of a trigger. So like me sitting in front of a computer or me looking at pictures of Jonghyun and being sad. So that's actually really sad because there's a NCT music video called My First and Last, and I can never watch that video because they're like in love with a girl teacher and it bothers me. I also am claustrophobic, which is why I suck at auditions. I don't know why. I feel like when it comes to auditions, they're way too limiting because they're like, let's see if you can do this one thing or this one thing. I'm like, no. If you want to be a K-pop star, you need to be able to do all of it. Why are you just seeing if I can only do this or only do that or only do this? Like it makes no sense. And then you're like standing there in a tiny room and you have to like stare at a camera. Like that's not what it's like to be a K-pop star. It makes no sense. Like if you're gonna have an audition, make it like make you do everything. Make you sing, make you dance, make you act make you like I don't get it. So I always feel like I'm like limiting myself trying to do the one thing that they want me to do, and then I can't even do that well because I'm an all or nothing kind of person. So excuse me. I'm like I do best when I can do everything that I'm trying to do. That's why like I had to audition with Let's Party because that was something that I could fully immerse myself into and create. And I think that's what impressed them. Uh I've never done a script. I write screenplays. I could probably do a part a monologue, but I never have before. I did a monologue of the Glass Menagerie with a friend in theater class, but that was so long ago I don't remember it. Um, but yeah, to me, the whole audition process in K-pop is flawed anyway. So, I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it to change it, but it's just annoying. I think that if you're going to be a K-pop idol, you need to be able to do everything, or at least maybe you don't need to act or what is it? Well, I think you should be able. You have to audition. Everyone should have to audition with at least three things, and they should get the whole room to themselves because you need to be able to sing while you dance and rap and like I don't know. I just think it's stupid. So like maybe it's because not a lot of people can do that before they audition because they train you that stuff. But I've self taught myself and had other teachers. Like I had a dance teacher in college, two music teachers in college, and then I had like a voice teacher. I had one voice teacher in high school, one voice teacher in college, and then or was it middle school, whatever. And then like I learned this stuff and I know how to do this stuff, and these people like have no idea what they're doing, and I'm like I it's just annoying. I've been in two online K-pop companies. One was with K-pop College, and then that got dissolved or disbanded or whatever. And then I was in one with someone who was in K-pop College, but I think she was just a wasting our time. But I mean, she at least had us do stuff, so I got to like practice, which is the only reason I stayed because I needed to practice. But I had an online K-pop company called SG Entertainment since I want to say 2012, but now there's an official K-pop company called SG Entertainment. So now I had to change it to the Sam Project because it's not like an official company, so I can't call it entertainment. So it's a project. Apparently, someone told me it was a project, so it's just project. Sam is Sophia, Alexis, and Mimi. So we're the two leaders. But it's really I'd rather it means Suzette, Alexis, and Mimi, but Suzette's still under 18. So once she becomes 18, she can be in charge, and hopefully I will be a trainee. So I'll be gone. I'll lose my Facebook page anyway. Um, I also like Sam from Totally Spies and Sam from Falcon from Marvel. Um, but that was just a happy coincidence. So I'm dealing with the Sam project, and like most people don't seem to take online K-pop companies seriously. I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone getting scouted from an online K-pop company. I really need to go back to my K-pop college page and post more stuff there. Uh, Actually, I might do that before I finish the song. But I don't know. There's just always so much to do, and I can't have a job right now. Like nobody's hiring. It's so annoying. But I need to. I'm still doing like my thing. I'm still like singing and dancing and writing songs and taking care of my mental health and physical health. Well, mainly mental because I can't do weights or get on the treadmill until I'm completely well, so I have to dance. Um, I don't know, it's just really frustrating. But I don't know what other advice I have. Besides, like, I could give like religious advice, but not like it's not just me being a Protestant Christian or like a Christ follower. I believe that like in everything I do, I put Christ first. So if you want to be a K-pop star and you also believe in Christ, just remember to put him first. And I know you're gonna have to do stuff like look sexy and do like some immoral seeming things. Just try and keep your moral compass and keep your head on your shoulders and be wise in everything you do and pray as often as you can. Um, I don't know, just pray about it before you even audition. Like, I've been praying since I was 11, and I feel like God said, "Yes, but wait." And I figured, "Yes, but wait" meant, "Oh, you'll pass the first audition when you're 18 and get in, or when you're 20, or when you're 21." But I'm 25 and I'm still waiting. And maybe, I don't know. My relationship with God is kind of different, but I feel like he's still like, "Sophia, you need to be patient." And I'm like, "God, why are you like this?" But, um, so I think maybe I wasn't in SM because I wasn't meant to be in SM, even though I like knew some people there from like having childhood friends before, knowing people before they were trainees and stuff. But I can still be friends with people in SM, work for P Nation or YG or whatever. I probably I could see myself working. I probably would lead P Nation's first girl group. That's what I hope to do. Excuse me. Uh, but because I hear that P Nation is more lenient than any other like K-pop company, so that would be good for me because I can't take the stress of like being strict all the time. For my mental health and for physical health and everything. And I also can't survive being under 130 pounds. I looked it up. K-pop stars are supposed to be like 110 pounds or less, but at my height and a healthy weight, I literally would be dead if I was less than 130. And I talked to my doctor because of my curves, I'll say. My curves and my muscle. She said I should be 180 pounds. And my goal was 160, but she was like, go for 180. I was like, okay, that makes my life easier. So, I don't know. Uh, I don't know who would accept me is at that large a size, but I don't know. I wish you all luck, my lovely locos. Lovely color loco. Oh yeah, I usually don't do this, but I need to start doing this. So please follow Love Color, our my OKP's uh what's it called? TikTok. It's called Lovely Color Loco. So LOVELYCOLORLOCO. It's on TikTok, and then I have a TikTok too. TikTok too. But please follow us and like support us. So far there's only 2 pictures, only 2 posts. We're trying to post our glow ups. So there's my glow up of when I was a little girl to now. And then there's Suzette, the leader of the subgroup Royal Queen. Hers is there. So I'm the leader of the whole group. It's kind of like NCT. So I'm the Taeyong basically. Um, I lead the whole group of Love Color, and the subgroup of to age 13 to 18 is Royal Queen, and they're going to be a 7-member girl group. The 8-member girl group of age 19 to 29 is Electric Ladies, spelled electric with a K at the end and ladies with a Z at the end. Um, so please support us. And the Facebook page is still called SG Entertainment, and I'm working on, once I get my phone back, once I get better and my medicine gets right, because I've finally got it in the mail, so I'm just waiting for it to get me back to normal. I'll change the name to SAM Project, but right now it's still SG, like S like Sam, G like girl entertainment. Um, so if you please like and follow that. I think there's 2 SG entertainments anyway. There's one that's like some small time musician or something. But mine is the one that's like blue and pink. And no, it's not. I changed it to the Stop Asian Hate. It has a symbol of Stop Asian Hate with a girl going like this, an Asian girl going like this. Um, and every day I'm trying to post a Stop Asian Hate awareness by doing a shout out to an East Asian and or Pacific Islander person. Um, so I'm doing that regularly. Come to think of it, I don't think I've done it today, but let me do that. Yeah, I've gone way over time. Yeah, so thank you for anybody who stayed long enough, this long. I really appreciate it. um, so yeah, let me end this. So out. End.